Soulmates, right? We all want one. Are they even real? Where the heck is yours? How do you find one? How do you know? I've got you covered in this video. I'm going to give you some insight on how to not only recognize, but how to attract your soulmate into your life. Let's get started. All right, first, what is a soulmate? A soulmate is someone that you have a soul contract with to come into union with or into relationship with in this life for the sole purpose of your soul's growth. It's someone that when you meet them, you feel like you already know them. You feel like that you connect really deeply, really quickly. If it's a lover, it can often be super passionate. It feels like home to you because you actually already know each other on a soul level. So as far as romantic soulmates go, I'm going to tell you something that may blow the lid off something that you may have been taught. When we talk about the one and you're finding the one, yeah, you can have one person your whole life, and that's a beautiful love story. But guess what? You have many, many soulmates out there. And soulmates don't have to be lovers, although we're probably going to cover the intimate relationships about soulmates here because my guess is you're here for that reason. But soulmates can also be family members. They can be friends. Maybe you've met that girlfriend or that guy friend that you're like, oh my God, you totally feel like my sister. You feel like my brother. It's because they're in your soul family. They're a soulmate of yours. And a soulmate that's in your soul family definitely does not have to be related to you by DNA in that respect. They're just someone that you already know. I have many in my life. I don't have any natural DNA sisters, but I have many soulmate friends that we call each other sisters because we line up that way. And that's a really beautiful thing as you're going through your spiritual journey to recognize, wow, there's actually a much deeper meaning to this relationship than just like meeting somebody at the book club or wherever you met them and it feels like, oh, it's just a relationship. No, there is a really deep meaning that you guys have chosen before you jumped into this earth. You held hands and said, all right, you're going to be this and I'm going to be that, and we're going to meet up around this age. So there's always free will. Remember, if we choose to go ahead and run this course together, run our life together, run part of our path together, we're going to really teach each other things. And that is what soulmates are all about. So oftentimes we are blocking our soulmates from coming into our life, okay? Because as we know energetically, like attracts like. So if you want to attract the soulmates that are at the higher level, now again, soulmates are here to help you grow. So you can attract soulmates that you actually have negative experiences with. They shouldn't be super toxic if they're a soulmate, but they can also be on the range of the energetic scale. They can be down here, or you can start attracting the soulmates because remember, there are actually many. If you want to look for that one, then you've got to create in yourself a vibrational field that is set and ready to go and is emanating with the same vibrational essence that you want your one to show up with, okay? So to create in what you want to attract from someone else, you have to embody that yourself. And the number one way you embody it is the very often used term self-love. Now, as you're going through your spiritual journey, the word self-love should actually have a much deeper meaning to it. Because what self-love really is it's appreciating and honoring the divine within you, honoring the beautiful greatness of you, your unique talents, your unique abilities, the value system that you have. You are a unique spiritual being on this earth. There is no one like you. The imprint that you've put on the vibration of this planet is specific, it's purposeful, and it is unique to you. Oftentimes we're taught growing up that maybe we're not as unique as others. Maybe, we have our self-confidence taken through being rejected, through maybe being rejected by a parent, by other peers, maybe being bullied, by being betrayed or abandoned in a relationship. I know, been through all of the above. And so our light gets dim, right? So when our lights are dimmed, we're vibrating energetically, we're giving off an essence. It's actually an energy field around us. That's at a really low level, right? Because we've shrunk, we've condensed ourselves to a contracted form. So what happens when we're in that place of contraction, we're going to be attracting those people that match that level. If you want to attract a high level soulmate, and of course you do, that's why you're here, you want to put yourself up on a higher level. And guess what? The best part and the part that I want you to be responsible for is that nobody is in charge of that except for you. There is no course, no mentor, no counselor, no person that is going to do that for you. Yes, you can have guidance, and I'm all about getting the support that you need, but you got to stop ruminating around the things that have happened in your past that are holding you to contracted space and start exploring and being curious about what can come in the future. What do you really want in a soulmate, okay? So part of calling in and manifesting the soulmate that you truly desire is around asking for what you desire, but not being attached to the specifics showing up exactly the way you have written them in your mind. All right, you got that? So what I want you to do as you're manifesting this soulmate, this person that you actually already vibrationally know, you've already known them before. This is just how it works. We all do lives together all the time. At least that's my belief system. So if you've continually attracted lower level, and again, no judgment with people, I just mean lower levels of consciousness, right? Everyone's on their own soul journey. Some people are going to be here, there. There's no judgment, no good or bad. We all are just at a different level of evolution, okay? So if you want to attract a higher level partner that's more highly evolved, that's something that I've wanted, someone that's more conscious, someone that's further along their spiritual path, that's going to get you, that you're going to be able to grow together with, then you've got to emanate that from yourself. And so by going back to self-love and becoming embodying, right? Embodying meaning you become what you desire to attract. So if you want someone that's very invested in their talents, that really has a confidence and appreciation, not an arrogance, a confidence, a sacred confidence in who they are, you have to embody that yourself. There's nothing sexier and hotter than a person that really embodies their own values, that doesn't apologize for their life, that doesn't negate their own abilities, that doesn't condemn or criticize themselves. It's not attractive to be around someone, especially if you're trying to attract someone on an intimate level, that's constantly cutting themselves down. So number one, I want you to start paying attention to your language. Even if you've been trained to do that, a lot of us saw our mothers, specifically the women, we saw our moms do that. We've kind of been taught to condemn ourselves, to not accept compliments, to, not be proud of our work, to not show the vibrance of who we are, to take care of everybody else except for ourselves, to put everybody else first. When you're doing that, as beautiful as it is, and caretaking can be a very positive thing if it is helping you expand your light. But if you have exhausted yourself, I know, I've been there and I've done it, by taking care of everybody else, by giving up your identity for everybody else, by letting other people's, accomplishments and values and talent shine through, by being in relationships where the other person's the star and you're in the background. And it's okay to be behind the scenes. I don't mean that. I mean, you're not emanating with the beautiful vibrancy of who you are. You're going to attract someone that then is going to continue the pattern with you, that's going to prove you right, that you're meant to be smaller, that you're meant to have a dimmer light. Been there, done that. And you're going to just continue to repeat that. So if you want to attract a higher level person that not only shines as brightly as they can shine, but appreciates and encourages your shine too, you have to first learn how to do that yourself. So start talking positively about yourself. Start really accepting compliments. When someone says, wow, like you did that, that's incredible. You don't say, oh, this old thing, or oh, yeah, but I forgot to do this, or it has too much salt in the thing, or whatever it is that you feel like you did wrong. Accept the compliments and say, thanks, you know what? I worked really hard on that. Thanks, you know what? I actually did do a pretty good job on that. And you can say it with grace, but the more you can absorb and expand with grace and compassion and self-love, the brilliance that is you, the more you're going to attract that soulmate into your life that's going to show up, seeing you and doing exactly what you desire, which is to be appreciated and accepted for who you are. Because if you haven't accepted yourself for who you are and all your vibrancy, and I know that all those past relationships have challenged that in you, you right now, if you're in a place of openness and you're between relationships and you're here, so my guess is you are, looking at this space, because it's not going to last long, as a beautiful space for you to claim who you are, to claim that beautiful, grand, great essence of yourself as a pathway to finding an up-leveled relationship that doesn't look like the last one. You can look at this space with so much curiosity, so much adventure, so much like, wow, like I let go of what was in the past, but I get to attract my soulmate now. No more like toxic situations. I'm done with that. I get to create in me an essence that is so beautiful. The person that comes in is going to not only show up in their own beauty, but they're going to appreciate me so much that I'm going to finally find that healthy relationship that's not toxic, that's not solving old karma, but it's here to help me grow, and we're going to evolve together. So to attract that person that wants to evolve with you, make sure you are committing to your own growth. Make sure you've made that a value system. You're here, so I believe that you have that in you. Make sure that you're taking the classes or going on the hikes to just find new things, doing things that promote your growth that are just about you. Because I can guarantee you that in that exploration of a world that feels really good to you, you're going to meet a soulmate the soulmate that has the same appreciation for the things that you really desire to have in your life. Also, one of the main things that you can do to create that space for that soulmate is to energetically forgive the past people that have hurt you. Because when you are still holding on to this past anger, this past feeling of betrayal or abandonment, and I know because I did it for years, but when you're holding that energy, you're actually still keeping that person in your life. You're actually still in a relationship with them. And when you're holding that energy of that relationship around you, your field is blocking anyone new coming into your life. Now, I'm gonna have another video on forgiveness, so look for that because it's a really specific process to making sure that you're taking that out of your energy field, and however it feels good to you, that's an important process for you to cleanse that from your field, because you can bet when that new person shows up, they're gonna feel it. Because it's probably gonna be one of the first things you talk about on a date if you're still harboring that anger. So it's really, really important that you've purified your emotional and energy body so you can call in the soulmate that you really desire. Now, I'm gonna get into some specific things that I want you to do to attract that soulmate directly to you. But before I give you those specifics, if you like this kind of content, go ahead and like this video and subscribe to my channel while you're here by hitting the bell button, because I'd love for you to hear more of this leading edge content as I'm dropping it. Let's get back to the material. So how do you manifest them? Well, I could talk about this all day long, but I'm going to condense it for you here. So we're going to talk about manifesting the person that you desire very specifically. You probably already know about manifesting. That's where we visualize and ask the universe for what we want. We're really specific to the point that we can ask for what we desire, but we can also release to the universe that they bring that person that is for our highest good. Release the who, the when, and the how, and ask for what you want and the why that you want it, okay? Release that it has to be a specific person, him or something better, her or something better. Release the need for him or her to look exactly the way that you desire, because I can promise you, the person very likely is gonna show up. I've heard it time and time again. And you're gonna be like, wow, I never saw that coming. I didn't expect me to be attracted to this kind of person. But once you get to know them and you've let go of being attached to exactly who it is, you find out that, wow, I hadn't really made room for this other kind of person, but the universe knew this exactly what I was needed, because sometimes we're attached to a kind of a vision of somebody based on past experiences. So stay super open. And the key to attracting that person is already embodying what it feels like to have them there. Finding that love, and I know it sounds like rhetoric, but I promise you it works. It's worked in my life. This is the sweet spot. As soon as you can get to this point, you're gonna literally accelerate them coming into your life. When you're visualizing what you desire, visualize the what, not the how, the when, or the who, but the what you want. You want them to be, self-actualizing. You want them to be conscious. You want them to look great. You want them to feel great. You want them to be intimately passionate with you. All those things. I want you to concentrate on the feeling that you're going to feel when they're there. So when all those qualities show up, how does it feel? That's the sweet spot of manifesting. Oh, it feels like joy, it feels like fun, it feels like play, it feels sexy, it feels hot, it feels like adventure, it feels like freedom, it feels fun, it feels like laughter, it feels like traveling, it feels like expansion. See, I'm getting chill bumps as I'm saying that. If you can sit in all those words where you're feeling the essence of that experience and then embody it, take adventures on your own, embody it, call those feelings into your life, because if you are resonating with the emotion that you desire when that person shows up, you're no longer reliant on that person to be there. You're not attached to that outcome because you've embodied it yourself. And my friend, that is the magical moment that that person shows up. Now, the other things I want you to do as you're doing visualization and focusing on the feeling is I really want you to watch your words. Words have energy, okay? As you're embodying it, sitting in meditation, feeling those feelings, when you go out in the real world, you're gonna be tempted with friends. If you've been dating a while or had a big breakup, they've likely heard you bitch and moan and complain about whoever it is, and it's okay. We've all done it, I've done it. We get in our circles and we talk about how crappy all the men are, how women are shallow, whatever it is that you've gotten used to saying. We have to stop doing that, because you're gonna find yourself, I guarantee you, when you walk away from this video in the next day or two, in a situation where people are talking like that. When you are putting that in the universe is going to conspire to prove you right, and you're gonna be deleting all this beautiful work that you've done, because what you've then is when you say something about what you believe to be true, there are no good men in your city, All women want is all women are gold diggers. Whatever it is that you've kind of convinced yourself of because of past experience, the universe is going to prove you right. And it's going to attract to you exactly what you're saying is out there. So my friend, in that, you have the powerful opportunity now to shift things, to start saying, this is what I did, and it attracted a beautiful man into my life. You can start saying, you know what? I already feel him. It only takes one. It only takes one. There are some, look, you're a fabulous human being. There is a fabulous match out there for you. You just have to find that needle in the haystack, and by doing all this work, that needle is going to show up for you. The haystack is not going to be attracted to you. That's what's amazing about this. Just say to people, you know what? It's going to be different this time. I can already feel them. People look at me like, what? I'd be like, I can already feel him. He's already on his way. I can already see him. And you can actually energetically in meditation, go ahead and connect to his energy field. Just ask that you connect. You can already kind of get to know their energy and just sit in that delicious knowing before they show up. And I promise you, by using these techniques, you're going to be attracting that soulmate into your life. That's a match for the higher consciousness relationship that you truly desire. So friend, I know you really want this soulmate in your life and you want to feel better and have a happier life. Well, I have something free, totally free for you that's going to help you along your pathway. And it is a free masterclass on how to activate this rebel soul that's stirring inside of you, because you no longer want to date and do things the way that you used to do them. You want to find a whole new way of going out there and attracting your soulmate in the world. So I'd love to see you there. Click the link below and join me at my future masterclass. I can't wait to see you there.